And we're speaking about the draft, I think we should have the draft ready for you guys, ladies and gents. Game number 3 is afoot. Once again, Flash thrown back to the first pick. Unfortunately, Absolute Zero will be going in second pick. And like what I mentioned, the clear definitely way open, right? I think
Your team
if
is banning.
if Flash SG want to throw something crazy idea number 2, Abstract, ban
Your
Kalia.
team is
Ban
banning.
Kalia.
Ban the
I
Kalia,
don't think that is
reset
a
the whole.
crazy idea.
I think you should. I think right now you just have to ban the Kalia, just reset the whole meta right now before it gets too late.
Fun fact, it seems at least between these two games, Kalia has 100% win rate.
Yeah.
But in overall terms, though, what is okay? I would assume that Kalia is maybe 100% or 95% ban pick.
All right. So Kalia is 96.72%
I'm close.
ban pick. Right. You have 54% picks, 42% bans. In terms of win rate, it's at a still healthy 54%.
Your team is
Okay,
banning.
But the like what I mentioned, it's very surprising to me is it's always first pick blue side. It's
First pick blue
it's
side.
like 63%.
63.
Yeah, 21 times out of like what? Out of like a lot
A lot of games.
a lot of games. 61 games.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Okay, so
Numbers are crazy.
understandably, Kalia will always be a very high contention for a pick,
Mhm.
but it seems as though AZ themselves is not too fond of going for the Kalia. Okay,
Your
never
team
mind.
There
is
you go.
picking.
There we go.
Reset that meta because right now both teams really look at Kalia like it's gold. Now the
Technically, it's
Mathilda.
gold.
Yes, now the
Technically
Mathilda
right now
is
it's
also
gold.
open. Unless Flash has something to do with it, I think they can snap pick that up. But Mathilda on JPL is something very interesting.
Oh, Mathilda leaked out, huh? But I don't think that they are gonna be looking at a first pick Mathilda. Badang is currently available. 1-1 is banned, unfortunately.
Ooh.
But they have decided to first pick onto the Hayabusa.
This is
Cross-map
really
plays,
rare.
yeah, this is a cross-map plays that they want to enable. But at one point in time, we definitely did see the Hayabusa first pick before. So this is not too out of this is not something too new.
Mhm.
However, it is not something we've seen in Season 9.
Yeah, so for the side of Hayabusa, right, it's only 14 times out of 60 games that you go for first pick, which is actually quite interesting. It also did show like how Team Flash is trying to make Hades as comfortable as possible, give him a hero that that he can play, and Hayabusa technically is, in my opinion, one of the strongest assassins right now. Can counters a Fanny,
team is
can do your split push, your Shadow Kill is an iframe as well. Second, I personally feel it's the Lancelot because of the iframes, the benefit of iframes, but
Okay.
it's nerfed down to heck. But there's also still the Ling.
Yeah, so we can still definitely see that as a potential. However, with Lucas being banned out, I'm kind of trying to look out for potential picks coming in
team
from
is
none.
picking.
But for now, Team Flash, they have solidified their very first picks, or the first phase picks, with the Glue, Kimi, as well as the Hayabusa. So if you want to find a way to deal with the Glue, unfortunately Juicing has already been picked out, so we can't see a Vexana, we can't see the Faramis as well, the Paramis.
Shout out to Deadeye.
So did I. What else can we see here? I think that if they want to win in the lanes, they're gonna have to look for lane bullies. In this case, CC might be a pretty good choice here.
CC is good. Shreds, that's percentage HP damage.
Yep.
Yes, and also as you can kite the glue, right? Glue, technically speaking, does have a bit of a range problem, but now it's going to be Absolute Zero securing. Should be a roamer for the side of Badang. We've seen a lot of roaming Badangs recently in this particular patch, but now we're going to go into the banning phase. Absolute Zero hasn't secured an assassin as of yet. In terms of the jungler, I'm expecting Flash to start locking down on Nan's heroes.
Okay, so one other thing that we need to identify is number one, Mathilda is still open.
Your
If Team
is
Flash
banning.
wants to remove that combo, they need to ban the Mathilda. If they want to remove the possibility of catch potential, they need to remove the Franco. Very likely, Team Flash would want to respect ban against Rapidude, because even though Badang is a very flexible pick, it could be EXP, it could be a roam. We can't solidify that just yet. So banning out Rapidude might actually be the better case instead of looking out for jungle heroes to ban out.
Yep, that's also one avenue to think about. There's also another problem, right? Because now you're on the red side. If you go for an alpha, immediately you know they're going to go for Mathilda next. So this is not exactly ideal for Absolute Zero to go for that. In fact, Mathilda was leaked out in game number 1, where Absolute Zero was on the red side. They did not go for the Mathilda alpha wombo combo. If they want to do it, I think they should have done it already in the first R1, R2 pick.
Yeah, so if AZ wants to force a certain draft over to Team Flash, they will pick the alpha. But that is also very risky because that way that it's very comical coming in from an alpha. Otherwise, if they pick up the Mathilda, there's nothing much the Team Flash could do. They can't pick out the alpha in order to deny that combo.
I was thinking like if you crazy idea number 3, abstract Mathilda, and then you just bring Circling Eagle with the juice, and then you have a Flying Lantern. Remember that crazy Odette interaction with Mathilda?
It's stupid.
It's
stupid.
But it is funny. It is entertaining
It's
to watch.
stupid, but it works. It's stupid, but it works. So let's not forget about that.
Nah, I don't think. It seems like Absolute Zero is straying away from the Mathilda idea. There's still also the Joy, the Soyu that for the side of Absolute Zero they can still think about. But it seems like Zaze agrees with you, Amstrad. They're starting to lock down in terms of the Franco, in terms of more roams as well.
So they are definitely contemplating on the final pick, or rather the final ban. Do they really care? Yes, they actually do. So the combo is gone. The Franco respect ban is also gone. So now we gotta have to look out for possibilities of the Gato Kacha being picked up from the side of Rapidude and then pushing Vendetta to pick up the Badang. Because Vendetta is actually relatively good when it comes down to Badang, and it has been a standard. They have a juice in on their side to play more of that crowd control kind of thing. Oh, okay. So they still want an answer over to the glue. So picking up the Xbox for their side is gonna be great. However, what does this leave them to? They have to play Death Ball.
Definitely, right? And another interesting part for side Absolute Zero with this Xbox, it doesn't tell you everything yet, right? The Xbox can also go into the jungle, right? And also does well against a Kimi, where Kimi, you know, wants to stay all the way back. The Xbox has that chase potential on the Last Insanity to basically do AoE damage all across the board.
Hylos is unfortunately unavailable anymore, so we can't see that. Chip! Okay, so Chip and a Fasa. So at least now we know that Team Flash can actually play with the Chip, and they will want to look for something with that Chip. Enables cross-map plays coming in from the Hayabusa, and with the Chip that allows Hayabusa to go back into the action after all the split pushes, that's all fine and dandy. The Khalid will be picked up as the roamer, Xbox as the jungler, and the Badang as the EXP laner. So at this point in time, what we are looking out for is that we have a lot of crowd control coming in from the Khalid as well as the Badang. They set things up just for a big Last Insanity. And then Moskov finishes the deal. They have a lot of layering that is involved when it comes down to crowd control. So I'm not too afraid of crowd control from the side of AZ.
Yeah, once again, Absolute Zero, the way they did, I like this drop as well. It's like what I mentioned, the layering is crazy, right? This is like a burger with like meat in the middle, and then after that you get the bun again, then you get the meat, you get more cheese and mayonnaise as well, and then after that more buns and then more meat as well. It's a very stacked kind of roster.
It's a triple stacked hamburger.
It is. And then for the side of Flash, it's like, yeah, you got the essentials in it, a bit of a sprinkle of onions, but is it enough to deal with this massive burger though?
Well, technically no, because they don't have a very clear-cut answer to these front lines, right? Especially when he skills out to the late stages of the game. Once Vendetta picks up an early Thunderbelt, he can just keep on getting those stacks over and over again. And especially since this is a little bit of a poke and prod to a certain extent. So that kind of a Thunderbelt stack can definitely build up. But will Flash allow them to kind of go for that poke and prod? They have zoning potential. Yep. So we gotta look out for that. And by the way, I think that I completely missed this out and didn't call it out for it. But Vanix is actually playing as a Kimi gold lane, not a Kimi middle.
Yeah. So when the Farsa came out, I mean, I'm an enjoyer of a Kimi gold lane. It's very fun to play. But now you overloaded yourself with a ton of magic damage, right? Yes, you do have Hades on the Hayabusa to add in a sprinkle of physical damage, but I think it's very easy to deal with this combo. But oh, Rapidude! That's a massive damage coming out of JP. I forgot Chip has a lot of damage
Yes, it does.
in the early game.
Just stay in fight, and the chip will generally do more damage to the EXP later. I don't know how, I don't know why, but that's just how it is, right? And at this point in time, Vanix is even taking the lanes pretty effectively. While Salas,
Oh, that's actually a very good combo, but Salas will not be able to live for another day for that one. But if you notice how Salas actually flickered right there just to buy some time so that the Shuriken doesn't land, so that the Shadow Kill doesn't focus on him. We're gonna go straight into the game, ladies and gents. We're gonna resume actually in a 2 minutes time. Some time has passed, but let's just very quickly catch up what's going on right here.
okay. So let's run through the lineups first. We do have got the Kimi, the Chimp, the Fasa, Hayabusa, and Glue over to the side of Team Flash, while in the meantime, for Absolute Zero, we have got the Moskov, the Khalid, Jusin, Xbox, and the Badang.
Yeah, right now it's first turtle already secured by the side of Absolute Zero. We talk about, the second turtle is where Absolute Zero should power spike just a little bit. Early game should be in the hands of Flash as G, but looking at the map state right now, seems like Flash should still have a bit of a gold lead in, but Absolute Zero definitely got the turtle, so that's actually a little bit of a worrying sign in my opinion.
Yeah, so right off the bat, we already lost, unfortunately, a few minutes of gameplay through the stream, but it's not too bad. So at least we can tell you guys that the turtle went over to the side of Absolute Zero, while in the meantime, we do have got the kill score so far, 3-2. Vanix got 2 assists, but when it comes down to kills, it's Cartesian and Hades that managed to get 1. JPL did lose his life alongside of Hades.
Yeah.
Absolute Zero, on the other hand, Salas, as well as Rapidude, lost their life before, while Rapidude, respectively, also got some kill. So, most importantly, I think that is the fact that Salas went down once. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I think the gold lane definitely, right? You got the Vanix, you got a strong lane up top again, as well. So we go into another tech pause. We're back into game.
Okay, so immediately we're going in and jump straight in. We do have got Rapidude and managed to get a kill with a Flicker plus Raging Sandstorm going in, but taking quite a bit of shots coming in from Hades himself. So a bit of the Ogi Shadow kill, but nothing that's gonna phase him.
Yep, gonna be a bit of a punch. SOD, ooh, it does land. Connects onto Ken as of now. Not gonna take the SOD for this period of time, but like what I mentioned, this is very important for the side of Absolute Zero, right? This second's turtle is where they truly shine. Vanix managed to delete off Bougie for now. Ken goes into the split for at the same time. Rapidude will be attacked on the Hades. Hades dash away just a little bit more, try to reposition for the turtle takedown. He has to try to heal up.
We do have the turtle that's coming down to the all-time low, but in the meantime,
Lots of sanity. Name pop as well. The Retribution will connect, and Hades fallen down by the Vendetta. Don't forget, this Vendetta is not a roaming Badang. This is actually the fist crack that does damage as well. Slice and dice for the side of Rapidude will be a pick up. Curtisi is a massacre on the side of Flash as well. But this time round with JPL, the shortcut commits, rings Vanix into the fray, and will be able to shut down Rapidude.
So at least for Aroma, Rapidude is actually taking quite a bit of kills, right? 3 kills, 3 deaths, and 2 assists. But at least for now, we'll get there!
Oh my god, finally we're back. And right now, okay, it seems like there's a bit of a time skip happening, a bit of a Naruto Shippuden 3 years kind of time skip. Flash going up against Absolute Zero once again. Second turtle secured by Absolute Zero, but in the meantime, Curtisi pays a lot of trouble. Vendetta, I'm interested in the items, man, for this Badang.
I keep hearing you say Vendetta.
Vendetta?
Vendetta.
Vendetta. Okay, anyways, items.
Okay,
How's
for
it
now.
doing so much damage?
Whom? Like
Vendetta.
Vendetta?
Yeah, on the Badang.
Vendetta doing Vendetta things, I suppose.
Yep.
But there we go. A quick little Slam Slam and Pull Pull. No, Slam Slam and something.
Yeah, a bit of
Gut
a...
grab.
Yeah, the change in terms of the glue is actually still a bit confusing for me, but at the very least it's still him, right? Like the fact that you can still possess onto somebody and then drag him all the way back, and then that kind of gives you a bit of an engagement ground. Hold on a second, Hades. Shadow will be able to commit onto Vendetta, and down he goes. Here comes the ultimate from JPL, a bit of an overkill as per usual from the side of Team Flash, but Rapidude is still the problem for the side of Team Flash.
And at this point in time, we are 7 minutes into this game. Rapidude is not in a very good spot as such. He had to expand his Flicker, which is actually going to be a very important battle spell for this upcoming turtle, which is going to happen in 10 seconds time. As such, let's take a look at the junglers. Hades currently at level 9, while Nan is at level 10.
Yep.
So we do have a little bit of EXP differences between the two junglers. And to make matters kind of worse is the fact that we do have an Axe Bog that has the level lead. That means the last Insanity will come in really clutch in helping Nan be able to catch that final hit.
The engagement, Curtisi opens up with the fair airstrike. Hades sneaks away the turtle, but Vendetta once again goes down for the count. The Vanix Kimi is starting to rank up.
So it does seem as though we do have Nan that unfortunately missed out onto the key retribution hit. Hades managed to take it at the final second. As such, it is going to be a turtle that is yielded over to the side of Flash. While speaking of Flash, they have also managed to take down the T1 turret up to the top.
Wow, Vanix just shooting him down. That's another stack for the Sky Piercer for the side of Vanix. The airstrike from the side of Curtisi lands on the Nun. Should be able to walk it out just fine for now, but top side also cracked open by Flash.
It's definitely not going to be a great game to start off with quite a bit of these differences, right? We're looking at about 1,000 gold difference.
Yeah, but at the same time, another engagement as well. Hades coming in for the flank as well. Vendetta gets caught, will be able to secure the kill for the side of Flash as she 1 XP laner for the side of Absolute Zero down.
All 5 members coming from the side of Team Flash, they are very feisty for a kill. They probably just want to end this game ASAP because I can totally understand why. But for now, we do have Rapidude finding himself once again in the top spot, even expending out that airstrike. Absolute Zero, they're in the half spot, buddy.
I'm really glad to see because obviously I'm supporting for Flash, right? But then again, you start to see that Absolute Zero, the momentum is broken. Flash right now is just using what Absolute Zero did to them in game number 2 against them in game number 3. They're upping the tempo, they're using every single battle spell or even ultimate just to secure 1 kill, even if it's inefficient. Right now, Flash SG is just showing fear among Absolute Zero's ranks.
Yeah, so looking at the itemizations, it can help us a little bit more. We do have the corrosion scythe as well as the golden staff that's been picked up for the side of Moskov. Well, unfortunately, we have a total of 2,000 gold more from the Kimi as compared to the Moskov, as we do have the concentrated energy, the Sky Piercer, as well as the Holy Crystal. In fact, probably building up onto the Blood Wings very soon.
Yeah, you can also go for the glowing one as well. I think glowing one is really good against the likes of Rapidude, the likes of Nan as well, because you really need to try to shred. And here we go. It's gonna be Nan starting out the Lord for now. Slice and Dice does have the Free Aga armor still up, plus the Sanity is still available if they want the zone. However, because Flash SG is a very mobile team, they can be anywhere and every time and everywhere.
Is a Divine Glaive actually viable for Kimi?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
So, okay.
Instead of burning, they're just going to go in. Hold on a second. Salas
takes
the shadow kill, but would not be able to secure the kill by the side of Hades. But that's good enough. SOD, I think that lands right now. But then again, the intention is very split. Hades, wait.
The shotgun!
Using the shotgun, allowing Hades to get away. But then again, right into his impending doom because Nan is right there to burn him down. 2 members, 3 members from the side of Flash SG goes down in that Lord fight.
I thought that would be such a nutty escape, dude. I thought he would be able to get away, but unfortunately wasn't able to. As now Absolute Zero now have got priority over the Lord and will be able to take that Lord down with no questions asked. The Lord will then be marching down either in top or the bottom lane. As such, the middle lane T1 turret is going to be under threat and be taken down. I think that there is still time for the Lord to march down the middle lane, so that's still definitely going to be helping it out even more as compared to the sides.
Yeah, I can't get over that play coming up from Hades earlier just now, right? Like the fact that he could just shadow away. I was like, wait, your shadow can TP you so far? But unfortunately, Nan is there burning it up, but then again, the Lord will be marching up top. That's also going to be a problem side of Flash SG.
Seems like the top lane T2 did get hit by a tad little bit, which justified the change, or rather justified the pathing of the Lord to go up top. Well, in the meantime, Absolute Zero kind of seems as though they really want the blood of Team Flash by inhibiting their jungle and trying to take that away.
Hades shadows right on the way, but Rapidude buying some time. JPL using the shortcut as well, bringing everybody in. Shadow kill goes, even though the SOD lands, but there's another Lord that's marching up top. Right now, Team Flash is just using offense as a defense. Salas walking in that bush, trying to make a play on it, but he picks up a kill. And now JPL is left alone here with the help of Bougie. We'll be able to take a triple kill. Right now, Flash SG is in shambles.
Who would have thunk We thought that that would probably be the end of Salas, but in the end, he managed to pick up 3 kills for himself. And now we have got 3 men down from the side of Team Flash. This gives such a big opportunity for Absolute Zero to crash down over to all of the T2s and even potentially try to bring down some more HP out of the T3.
But the airstrike just allows Vendetta, just goes in, just slaps him. Silas gets tagged on by the glue right now. Jack's right back, but right into Kertizi though. Vanix picks up a kill. He's able to defend this for now.
He's even gotten a godlike spree, and unfortunately, that is going to be also a
Lord
good one.
Vanix. The Sky Piercer stacks is really helping now, but here comes the ultimate coming up a Rapidude as well, but he gets melted down by Vanix the Slow as well. Firaga Armor, no last insanity for him to get on away, and now we're fighting on Absolute Zero side of the map.
Such a back and forth. It could have gone to Absolute Zero, and then it could have gone to Team Flash. With the goal economy, it really does not dictate exactly who will win.
Shadow Kill to try to push everybody away for now. Now Flash SG needs to try to end this, but then again, the Firaga Armor gets popped by the airstrike from the side of Kertizi. Nobody from the side of Absolute Zero to kind of stop it, but Salas is already up here, trying to wave clear, but Vanix picking up a double kill. Hades going in! 4 kills! Salas gets taken down, but there is no minutes from the side of Flash SG.
They're constantly just going back in over and over again, despite them just reviving. They still found themselves being dead, and Rapidu is going to do the exact same thing.
Hades going for Bucci, tried to zone away to Juicin, but Rapidu can also do damage. He can do the hurt, but Vanix flickers forward, takes down the core. One more game in the hands of Flash SG.
Oh man, that game ended fast.
They were hungry.
They were hungry.
It's time for lunch.
Technically, yeah.
Oh, we're late for lunch.
What time is it now?
It's 3.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
damn. Okay. So now we've got a total of 2 games in favor of Team Flash, and coming into this best of 3, we just require just 1 more game for Team Flash, and unfortunately 2 more games coming in from AZ.
But you can start to see, right, for side Team Flash, they mean business.
They beat
And I love it when you get to see the fight between 2 teams. Absolute Zero looking to topple a Titan right here, trying to also topple a super team to really earn them the moniker, the Titan Slayers as well, taking over from Team Evil. At the same time, Team Flash struggling to pick up the losses as well that they took from yesterday and even just now against Absolute Zero. They literally went all out with their fangs bare, and I love it.
Both of these 2 teams, they have got the prize in their eyes. All they wanted to do is to take down that adversary here at the lower brackets, and then eventually make their way over to the grand finals in order to get themselves a sweet, sweet revenge.
Yeah.
Both of them has that revenge game.
Yeah, I think the stakes definitely is higher for the side of Team Flash, right? Look at them really investing a lot into the team, right? They're looking forward to the EWC slot, and now they have to go through and solve the problem of Absolute Zero, because Absolute Zero, don't remember, they are a challenger team qualifying through the community side.
Yep.
Best of ones all throughout. Technically speaking, yes, they have experience in MPLs as well, but now finally they're playing in best of 5s. We questioned their stamina yesterday, and it seems like they're rested well. They're ready to fight.
I think they are going to be A-okay. But the bigger question is whether they will be able to beat Team Flash. And in the event that if they do they have the stamina to withstand a fully spanned out BO7?
Yeah, and then, you know, you got RSG, SG just waiting there. Just looking at both of these 2 teams squabbling,
Looking
right?
down from the high horse.
Yeah, like literally squabbling, right? Like Bray coming back really changed the identity of RSG, SG as well. Let's take a look at the post game stats. I think it's a really fast game. Vanix was so huge.
He's
once he gets
so
his,
farmed.
Yeah, once he gets his Sky Piercer stacks up, he's just literally melting everybody.
The only
down.
man with 5 digits on his economy. Okay, maybe Salas also has it, but
5 digits. I was looking at my hands for a
1,
little
2,
bit.
3, 4, 5.
No, like your fingers are also called digits as well.
Oh.
And another like British joke. But anyways, for the side of Vanix, right, because he's so huge already, it concentrated energy as the first item, which is very interesting, right? Usually you expect like a glowing one, because remember what we mentioned, they need to deal with Rapidude, they need to deal with None as well, right? You need Shred, you need more burn in terms of PHP, but it seems like Lord Vanix just literally brute force it.
I think that they have a very good idea as to what they want to do, considering the fact that right off at the start of the game, 1 minute in, 2 minutes in, Vanix already have gotten 2 assists, right? And they have identified that, okay, my Kimi is not going to have any problem against this Moskov up in this lane. And in the meantime, all across the map, we're looking at Rapidud, we're looking at Nan, they're not exactly having the best of their times as well. So instead of investing into a glowing wand, why not just invest into
Yeah.
a higher valued
Raw
item?
damage.
Raw damage, and
Yeah.
in a concentrated energy it even gives you spell vamp. So not only does a concentrated energy gives you the damage that you need, it also gives you the survivability in order to be that much flexible. So instead, put the glowing wand over to someone else, because you have a mage in the form of a Farsa. Let Curtiz do that utility thing, and Vanek just output those raw damage, because none needs to none needs to shoot all those flames. Rapidud, well, just a single quick sand guard within a single team fight. What do I gotta have to care about glowing wand for myself?
Yeah, true that. You can see 85k damage damage to heroes from the side of Vanix as well. You're right? Like literally brute forcing the damage. Once you get the Holy Crystal from the side of on the Skimmy, and then after that, don't forget concentrate energy. That you also do additional bonus damage the longer you are in team fights. Where you're hurting heroes, right? So your damage is ramping up, and it's unstoppable, right? It's also very interesting how Vanix decides to build this Kimi gold lane, right? Usually you expect the build from the mid lane from the side of Kimi, slapping onto the gold lane. That's how you play gold lane. But no, Vanix, really interesting build.
Definitely not something that we see all the time when it comes down to itemizations, as well as this switch up coming in from the Kimi over to the gold lane as well.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, none of us was expecting that. In fact, we've been seeing Katizi doing that for quite some time already. So we have automatically adjusted ourselves and believe that, okay, this Kimi is gonna go
We've
over
got
to...
bamboozled.
Yeah, literally, right? I would say that Kimi is kind of like a 98% chance of going to the mage role.
Yeah.
And like 2% over to the gold lane.
You're right.
And that small little 2% made the game with Vanix as the Kimi with 12 kills, no death, and 4 assists.
And no depth. That Sky Piercer stacks. You guess it.
Maxed out.
Super maxed out. He's so big in terms of his damage. And you're right? Like, look at
That's
that.
not
It's
the
like,
way to speak to a lady. How dare you say that Kimi is big?
I'm saying Vanix as a player. Wait.
Oh,
No!
debated!
No! That 4D chest caught me. But yeah, you're right. But okay, I actually want to point out that Kimi actually has an 86% chance going to the mid lane. Only
No,
10%.
actually 86%.
86% chance.
86% chance
lane.
of going to the mid lane.
And then you have only 10%.
Oh, 3 games.
Yes.
There were
not a
actually
lot.
3 games.
Not a lot.
Oh,